Urgent Dallas Cowboys fans, do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel because here we bring you daily videos with the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey Cowboys Nation. Today we're diving deep into a story that's been making waves across social media, sports news outlets, and of course, among the die-hard fans of the Dallas Cowboys. It's a story that has triggered a mix of concern, hope, and a whole lot of questions. We're talking about CeeDee Lamb, the dynamic wide receiver who has become a cornerstone of Dallas's offense this season. Recently, during a crucial game against the Detroit Lions, Lamb suffered a concussion, a moment that sent shockwaves through the team, the fans, and everyone watching. But here's the thing. Despite the initial worry, Lamb himself has come out to reassure everyone. He's in recovery, following all the protocols, and showing that he's got the right mindset to bounce back. Now I want you to imagine the scene. The game was intense, the atmosphere was electric, and CeeDee Lamb, known for his incredible speed, agility, and sharp route running, was making plays that kept the Cowboys in the game. And then, out of nowhere, a hit. It was a hard, legal tackle, but the impact was enough to send him to the ground, clutching his head. The medical staff rushed onto the field, and the team's medical protocols kicked in immediately. This moment, while frightening, highlights just how serious NFL teams are about player safety. And it also raises questions about the safety measures we've seen implemented in recent years, especially concerning concussions, which have become one of the league's most pressing issues. But let's take a step back. CeeDee Lamb has been an essential piece in Dallas's offensive puzzle this season. His chemistry with Dak Prescott has been evident game after game. We've seen Lamb not only as a deep threat, but also as a reliable target in clutch situations. His ability to create yards after the catch, his precise route running, and his knack for making contested catches have made him one of the most dangerous wide receivers in the league. Remember his performance against tough defenses. He's consistently shown resilience, and his stats this season are impressive. Over 900 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns so far. No wonder the Cowboys' offense often revolves around him. Now the injury raised immediate concerns about how the team would cope without him. The Cowboys have a deep roster, but losing a player of Lamb's caliber is no small matter. His role in the offense is akin to a catalyst. When he's on the field, the entire attack looks more dynamic, more unpredictable. Without him, defenses might be able to focus more on other options, potentially disrupting the rhythm that Dak Prescott and the offensive line have been building. It's also worth noting that Lamb's presence on the field often opens up opportunities for other receivers and tight ends. His ability to stretch the field forces defenses to respect the deep ball, creating more space underneath for players like Tony Pollard or the running backs. In the broader picture, this injury has sparked a conversation about player safety, especially regarding head injuries. Concussions, as we know, are a serious concern in the league. The NFL has been under pressure to improve protocols and make the game safer, and incidents like this serve as a stark reminder that football is a high-impact sport with inherent risks. The league's medical staff and the Cowboys' medical team are undoubtedly monitoring Lamb's recovery closely, ensuring he adheres to all necessary steps before considering a return. This includes concussion protocols like symptom assessments, neurocognitive testing, and a gradual return-to-play process to safeguard his health. But let's get into the details of what this means for the Cowboys' season. Currently, Dallas is competing fiercely within the NFC East and trying to position itself favorably for the playoffs. Every game is critical, and losing a key player like Lamb can alter the team's trajectory. The staff will need to adjust their offensive schemes, perhaps relying more on other receivers like Brandon Cooks or even tight ends if they can step up. Moreover, this situation tests the versatility and depth of the roster. Can players like Jalen Tolbert or other emerging receivers fill the void? Or will the team need to tweak their game plan to compensate for the absence of Lamb's explosive plays? From a strategic standpoint, this injury might push the Cowboys to lean more on their running game, especially with Pollard, who's been performing well this season. It also opens an opportunity for Dak Prescott to diversify his targets, perhaps involving players who haven't yet become focal points of the offense. This period could serve as a testing ground for the team's resilience and adaptability, qualities that are crucial in the NFL, especially as the season progresses toward the critical playoff stretch. Now, considering the historical context, CeeDee Lamb's rise to prominence has been nothing short of remarkable. Drafted in 2020, he was seen as a high-upside receiver with the potential to become a top-tier NFL star. His journey from Oklahoma to the NFL was marked by impressive stats and a reputation for clutch performances. over the past 3 seasons. Lamb has steadily improved, becoming Dak Prescott's go-to guy in third-down situations and a key piece in the team's offensive identity. His ability to make contested catches, combined with his speed and agility, has earned him recognition league-wide, often being compared to some of the best receivers of his generation. When we look at the Cowboys' recent history, the team has always been about resilience and grit. From their Super Bowl victories in the 1990s to their recent playoff runs, Dallas has built an identity rooted in toughness and strategic execution. Lamb's injury is a test of that identity. Can the team rally and perform without their star receiver? Or will this become a defining challenge of the season? Historically, teams that face adversity often find new ways to succeed. Think back to the 2014 season when Tony Romo went down, and the team still managed to reach the playoffs. It's in moments like these that coaching, leadership, and the collective effort of the team come to the forefront. Speaking of leadership, it's worth mentioning Dak Prescott's role in maintaining team morale during this period. Prescott has been vocal about supporting Lamb and emphasizing the importance of health and safety. His leadership on and off the field will be crucial as the Cowboys navigate this temporary setback. Additionally, the coaching staff, led by Mike McCarthy, will need to adapt their game plan, perhaps emphasizing the run game more or increasing targets for players like Brandon Cooks, who has shown flashes of brilliance this season. Now, let's compare the Cowboys' situation with other teams in the league. Across the NFL, injuries to key players, especially wide receivers, have often been a turning point in a team's season. Teams like the Kansas City Chiefs have managed to overcome injuries to their star players thanks to depth and strategic adjustments. The Cowboys, with their roster and coaching staff, have the potential to do the same. But it's not just about replacing Lamb. It's about how well the team can adapt on the fly. Furthermore, we should consider the upcoming schedule. The Cowboys have some critical games ahead, including divisional matchups and key conference games. The next few weeks will be a litmus test for their resilience and depth. Can they keep their momentum without Lamb? Will the offense continue to perform at a high level? These are questions that fans and analysts alike are pondering. The good news is that the team's defense has been solid all season, often keeping them competitive even when the offense struggles. If the offensive adjustments are successful, Dallas could still be a formidable contender moving forward. Let's also talk about the broader implications. This injury could influence not just the current season, but also the long-term outlook for the team. If Lamb recovers fully and returns to his previous form, it will be a massive boost for the Cowboys' chances of making a deep playoff run. However, if the injury lingers or worsens, it could affect his development and the team's offensive chemistry. This situation underscores the importance of player health management, especially for high-impact positions like wide receiver. Now, what can we expect from the media and the experts? The consensus is that while the Cowboys remain a strong team, their Super Bowl aspirations are somewhat tempered by this injury. The focus will be on how well they can compensate for Lamb's absence. Some analysts are already discussing which players might step up, and whether this situation could open opportunities for younger or less experienced receivers. The media will scrutinize every move, every target, and every play in the coming weeks, trying to gauge how the team is adjusting and what that means for their playoff chances. And what about the fans? Cowboys fans are some of the most passionate in the league. Social media has been flooded with messages of support for Lamb, with many expressing confidence that he'll bounce back stronger. The mood is a mixture of concern and optimism. They recognize the significance of Lamb's role, but also trust their coaching staff and players to rise to the occasion. This period might even galvanize the team, fostering a collective sense that they can overcome adversity through unity and determination. Now, looking ahead, what are the realistic expectations for CeeDee Lamb's return? Medical professionals emphasize that recovery from a concussion varies depending on the severity and the individual. Typically, players are sidelined for at least a week or two, but some cases require longer. Given Lamb's professionalism and the league's protocols, he's likely to take the necessary time to heal fully. The Cowboys and Lamb himself will prioritize his health, which is the right move. After all, a healthy Lamb can be a difference maker in the postseason, and the team's goal is to keep him safe for the long haul. In terms of future prospects, this injury might serve as a catalyst for other emerging talents in the offense. Jalen Tolbert, for instance, could see increased targets, and the coaching staff might design plays to maximize their other receivers' strengths. It's also an opportunity for Dak Prescott to showcase his leadership and adaptability by distributing the ball more evenly. Remember, the NFL has a history of players stepping up in key moments. Think of the 2017 Eagles or the 2018 Patriots. Dallas has the talent and the coaching acumen to turn this challenge into an opportunity. Finally, let's not forget that football is a sport of resilience. Every season, teams face obstacles, injuries, tough opponents, unexpected setbacks. The question is, how will the Cowboys respond? Will they rally around Lamb's situation and elevate their game? Or will this moment define their season? The upcoming weeks will tell, and I, for one, am excited to see how this story unfolds. The Cowboys have a chance to demonstrate true character, to show that they're more than just a collection of talented players. They're a team that fights through adversity. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be watching closely, analyzing every game, every play, and every development. Because in the world of the NFL, nothing is ever certain, but one thing remains true. The Dallas Cowboys are always a team worth watching. Their resilience, their talent, and their spirit will be tested, but I believe they're capable of rising from this challenge stronger than ever. Keep your eyes on the prize, and let's see what the future holds for CeeDee Lamb and the Cowboys. This is a story still being written, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and IT makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let's continue with the big reveal. Now, as we look into the broader picture, it's essential to understand how this injury fits into the narrative of the Cowboys' season so far. Dallas entered this year with high expectations, coming off a solid 2022 season in which they showed resilience and flashes of brilliance. The addition of players like Brandon Cooks and the continued development of Prescott had fans dreaming of a deep playoff run, possibly even a Super Bowl appearance. But the injury to Lamb tests that optimism, forcing everyone to reconsider strategies and expectations. Will the team be able to maintain their offensive production? Can their defense carry more of the load? These questions hang in the air, and the answers will shape the remainder of their campaign. Let's also analyze Lamb's style of play in more detail. He's a receiver who excels in contested catches, often making acrobatic plays that leave defenders in awe. His precise route running helps him create separation, and his quick acceleration makes him a threat on deep routes. His ability to track the ball in the air is exceptional, and he's shown a knack for making clutch plays in critical moments. These qualities make him not just a talented receiver, but a true game changer when he's healthy. His rapport with Dak Prescott, built over multiple seasons, has been instrumental in their offensive success. Dak frequently looks for Lamb in tight coverage, trusting that he can make a play. This connection has been a cornerstone of the Cowboys' approach this season. In the context of NFL history, wide receivers of Lamb's caliber are rare. His trajectory suggests he could become one of the elite in the league if he continues on this path. The injury, therefore, is not just a setback for this season, but a potential turning point in his career. Will he come back with even more determination? Will he learn from this experience and become a more resilient player? These are questions that will be answered with time, but the signs so far are promising. Lamb's positive attitude and commitment to recovery indicate a player who is focused on returning stronger. As we consider the impact on the team, it's useful to reflect on how other NFL teams have coped when losing key offensive players. The Chiefs, for example, have shown that depth and strategic play calling can mitigate the absence of star players. The Patriots have historically adjusted their schemes to adapt to injuries, emphasizing versatile players and innovative tactics. The Cowboys will need to adopt a similar approach, emphasizing their offensive line's protection, quick passes, and exploiting mismatches with their remaining receivers. Looking ahead, what can we realistically expect from the Cowboys in the coming weeks? The immediate priority is Lamb's recovery. Even if he's not back within the next game, the team will likely hold him out until he's fully cleared by medical professionals. Meanwhile, others like Brandon Cooks will need to step up. Cooks has shown flashes of brilliance, and with his speed and route-running ability, he could become a primary target. The team's offensive coordinator, Brian Schottenheimer, will probably design plays that capitalize on his strengths, possibly involving more screens, quick outs, and crossing routes to get the ball into Cook's hands quickly. The coaching staff's ability to adapt will be crucial. They might also consider relying more on their running game, especially with Tony Pollard, who has been a bright spot this season. Pollard's explosiveness and vision make him a vital piece in maintaining offensive efficiency. The Cowboys might even get creative with formations, incorporating more tight ends or utilizing secondary receivers to keep defenses honest. The key is to maintain offensive productivity without Lamb's deep threat, which will require strategic ingenuity and execution. From a fan perspective, the mood is a mix of concern and hope. Social media is filled with messages of support for Lamb, and many are optimistic that he will recover fully. Fans are rallying behind their team, trusting that the coaching staff will find ways to succeed despite this obstacle. The resilience of the Cowboys fan base is well known, and moments like these often bring the community closer together. The hope is that Lamb's injury serves as a rallying point, a reminder of the sport's physicality, but also of the strength and unity that characterizes Cowboys Nation. Looking further into the future, the long-term outlook for Lamb remains promising. If he recovers fully and maintains his trajectory, he could be a centerpiece for Dallas's offense for years to come. This injury might even motivate him to work harder, improve his game, and become more durable. For the team, this situation is an opportunity to develop depth and resilience, traits that can lead to sustained success. The NFL has shown us time and again that adversity can be a catalyst for greatness, and the Cowboys have the personnel and leadership to turn this challenge into a stepping stone. As we wrap up this deep dive, I want you to think about the bigger picture. Every injury, every setback is a chapter in the story of a season. The Cowboys have faced adversity before, and they have the talent, leadership, and grit to rise above it. The next few games will be critical, not just for their playoff hopes, but for defining the character of this team. Will they fold under pressure or come out swinging? That's what makes football so exciting. Each game is a new opportunity for redemption, for growth, and for proving what kind of team they really are. So, Cowboys fans, keep the faith. Support your team, stay positive, and watch as this story unfolds. The resilience of this team, exemplified by stars like C.D. Lamb, is what makes being a Cowboys supporter so special. And remember, in the grand scheme of things, injuries are just part of the game. What truly matters is how a team responds and adapts. I believe that Dallas has the heart and talent to come through this storm stronger than ever. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on the Lamb injury? Do you think the team has enough depth to overcome this challenge? Are you confident that Lamb will return to his top form? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. This is what makes the NFL so unpredictable and thrilling. A game of resilience, strategy, and heart. The Cowboys have a rich history of overcoming obstacles, and I have no doubt that this season will be no different. So keep watching, keep supporting, and let's see how this story continues to unfold. Because in the end, what defines a team isn't just their wins or losses, but their ability to stand tall in the face of adversity. And right now, the Cowboys are showing that they are more than capable of doing just that. Stay with us, folks. The best is yet to come. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news.